She thought you'd stay broke. Do this and let your success shut her up. Good, let them laugh. Watch what happens next. You remember the sting. She left, then posted Miami rooftop stories with some dude in designer sneakers while you were in a cramped studio eating ramen, staring at overdraft fees from Chase. She blocked you on iMessage. Your name vanished from her Instagram. Mutual friends at a Brooklyn bar whispered about how she leveled up. You pulled up in a Honda with the check engine light on and swallowed the humiliation. They expected you to beg, to text paragraphs, to stay small. Not today. This is the cold blueprint. Silence, stack, sharpen. We're going to turn heartbreak into horsepower, the American way. W2 by day, skill stack by night. I'll show you the 90-day monk mode that turns your mornings into a weapon. 5 a.m. alarm, iron at the gym, clean nutrition, zero drama. The money engine. Pick a high-income lane. Sales, code, freight brokerage, trades that actually pay in Dallas, Miami, Austin, LA. Fix the credit, raise the FICO, clean the look, fresh fade, tailored basics from Uniqlo, classic sneakers, no clown colors. You disappear from her feed, but your results start showing up in real life. New apartment lease, upgraded car that doesn't rattle, calendar booked, phone silent. Subscribe now if you're serious, because in the first pinned comment, I'm dropping a free step-by-step playbook to go deeper. The monk mode money map, the exact weekly schedule, the quiet comeback protocol that beats any revenge text. In this video, you'll learn why silence outperforms speeches, the no-post policy that makes her check your name at 2 a.m., and the one strategic move at Thanksgiving that flips the story with her circle without saying a word. But first, we bury the old you. What's the one habit that cost you her respect, and how do we cut it tonight? Neediness. That itch to be seen, to be reassured, to prove something to someone who already walked. We cut it at the root tonight. You will not feed it, you will starve it, you will take its oxygen and watch it die in silence. Because every time your thumb hovers over her name, every time you open a burner account to peek at her stories, you are paying with your dignity. No more surveillance, no more little hits of her life to numb your own. You are not a hall monitor on Instagram. You are a man rebuilding a legacy. You will not beg. No paragraphs, no confessions at 1:11 a.m. typed under dim kitchen lights with a whiskey burn sitting in your chest. You don't do emotional hostage notes. You don't negotiate attraction with pleadings. You don't knock on a locked door with your forehead. And you do not drink and text. The bottle multiplies illusions. It whispers that your words sound noble. They don't. They read desperate. Pour it out. Water, bed, wake up at 5. Iron. Repeat. This is not punishment. This is parole from a prison you built. You will not humiliate yourself with chance run-ins. No walking the dog past her building twice. No picking the bar you know she goes to with her new circle. You are not a background extra in her movie. You are writing your own screenplay, and the scene doesn't take place on her street, and you do not become the friend. There is no demotion from lover to on-call handyman. You are not her unpaid therapist. You are not the reliable, neutered safety net she lands on after rooftop nights with people who barely know her birthday. If romance exits, your presence exits. With respect, with finality. That boundary is not cruelty. It is self-respect enforced. Listen to me. The quiet move is the only move. She will feel it when you stop orbiting. She will check her phone and your name will be a blank space. Her curiosity will spike around 2 a.m. in dark rooms with blue light on her face, and you won't be there to feed it. You're at peace, or you're at war with your weaknesses. Either way, you're occupied. Dallas, just before summer. A guy named Marcus, 29, forklift operator by day, DoorDash at night, haircut once every other month, hoodie uniform, check engine light he ignored for a year. Girlfriend of 2 years leaves, says she wants more. No drama. Just a final coffee at a Starbucks off Greenville, a soft smile, a hug that felt like a charity handshake. Then the fade. You know the taste. Marcus tried the wrong things. He drove past her gym by accident twice. He tagged along with mutuals hoping to overhear something. He wrote the long text, everything he meant to say over 2 years, sent in one digital eulogy. She didn't respond. That's when humiliation showed its face in the mirror, and it spoke with a familiar voice. You're doing this to yourself. That night he shut it down, deleted her number. Not blocked, deleted, unfollowed, not to spite, but to save sanity. Moved the whiskey to the back of the cabinet and replaced it with a stack of shaker bottles. He set his alarm for 5 and hated it for a week. The second week, he missed it twice and showed up anyway. The third week, he moved iron with rage until rage turned into rhythm. He stopped talking about the breakup with anyone who wasn't his coach or his notebook. He built a skill stack that pays in America. Took a short HVAC certification at a community college in Richardson 2 nights a week. Shadowed a tech on Saturdays instead of sleeping till noon. Found a freight brokerage on Indeed that needed someone hungry and teachable. Commission checks started to stagger in like shy wolves. He paid off the overdraft fees. The check engine light stopped flashing because he fixed the actual problem, not the light. Haircut every 2 weeks. Not fancy, just crisp. White t-shirts from Uniqlo, 2 pairs of dark jeans that fit, clean Air Force Ones. No clown colors. He stopped flirting with debt. Called his bank, negotiated a lower APR, set autopay, watched the FICO climb. He used Sunday to glamorize discipline, meal prep, laundry, the hard reset. He didn't announce any of it. Zero post policy, no grind stories, no gym mirror sorcery, silence as strategy. He's at work while the internet plays dress up. 2 months in, Marcus signs a lease for a 1-bedroom in a quiet complex near White Rock Lake. No granite countertops tour, no keys pick. He just moves. He keeps his car until he can pay for the upgrade without bargaining with dignity. The promotion arrives on a random Tuesday. He says thank you, shakes the hand, goes back to the phones. In the fall, he's on a project that puts him in rooms with business owners, men who speak in numbers, not gossip. He listens more than he talks. He becomes the guy whose word arrives on time. Winter comes, new barber, new shoulders under a coat that fits, old soul, same phone number. But when her name pops up in a group photo on a story he doesn't follow anymore, he feels something strange, nothing. That's power, that's distance forged by choices. You want the part she didn't see coming? He didn't chase her. He outgrew the urge. A woman in his apartment complex asked for help carrying a box. He said sure, then got back to his day. No thirst, no performance. Months later, she asked him out. He didn't make an announcement. He stayed private. He stayed moving. And when he walked into a friend's Friendsgiving in Plano wearing a simple black sweater and a watch that didn't shout, the room read him differently. He didn't speak on her. He didn't have to. People can smell stability. They can see peace. Word travels without your mouth. You think she didn't notice, you think silence doesn't echo. The algorithm can't calculate discipline. It only amplifies it when it's undeniable in real life. And this is where most men fall. They try to accelerate the story by peeking at hers. They try to force closure by texting under the influence. They try to preserve access by accepting the friend coupon. Hear the decree. You do not bargain for a seat at a table you already paid for. You stand up. You leave. You build your own table. There are codes now. Learn them or keep paying tuition to pain. A man protects his name with silence. Work is therapy. Your phone is a weapon. Keep it on safety. Never negotiate desire. Outgrow, don't outtalk. Presence over posts. Put those on your wall, on your lock screen, on your fridge. When temptation whispers, read the lines and remember who signs the checks on your future. But what if she reaches out? Good question. Hold it, because your answer depends on what you've built in the dark. If your calendar is empty and your bank account gasps, you'll fold. If your mornings are a weapon and your paper is honest, you'll be polite. You'll be brief. You'll be immune. The difference is decided right now before the DM pings, before Thanksgiving dinner, before the room asks questions you don't need to answer. Are you willing to be the man who disappears long enough to return as someone he respects? Another reset. This isn't about her anymore. This is about your last name, about the nieces and nephews who need an example, about the man in the mirror who knows when he's lying. You will not chase, you will not perform sorrow for an audience that doesn't pay your rent. You will make the bank app boring. You will make your body useful. You will make your word gold. And when people from the old life show up with curiosity dressed as concern, you will smile and say, I'm good. Then you will go home early and sleep like a man with a plan. There's one more thing: timing. The holidays come with traps, rooms with old stories, cousins with loose lips, mutuals with phones out, the silent test of your composure. You could blow months of work in a single scene, or you could execute one surgical, strategic move that flips the energy without a speech. The move at Thanksgiving that turns whispers into respect. The tactic that needs no post, no speech, no petty. You want it? Good. Hold your position. In the conclusion, the gavel drops. I'll hand down the final sentence, the quiet checkmate, and the precise Thanksgiving play you'll run once. Clean, cold, unforgettable. Stay focused. The next part decides how the story gets told. Here's the tactical truth. Thanksgiving isn't your comeback stage, it's your audit. The meal where the room calibrates if you're still broken, or if you've rebuilt in silence. When she's 2 seats away, or showing up in stories from the next table, there's no need for flex, for shade, for stories slipped into group laughter. All you do is show up, timely, steady, silent. You look like a man who didn't drop the world, but who picked up his own. No diva energy, no need to update the audience. No private jokes lobbed across the table as bait. Your entire presence radiates the only word you need: composure. That's your final word. Composure. Let that sink. Not revenge, not applause, not even vindication, just composure. The room feels it. That's why silence and your baptism by discipline work like shockwaves. Your comeback isn't loud because energy that's real never needs to be. The discipline in your jaw, the fit of your clothes, the timing of your speech, the boredom of your bank app, all the codes snapped into place. You don't flinch. Not when someone teases, "Haven't seen you out," or "What happened with?" You answer with a nod and a smile so undramatic it starves the conversation of gossip. That's the move. Neutrality so unshakable, even rumors die of thirst. You don't chase, you don't hunt for closure. You don't orbit your old life hoping it calls you back. You embody the blueprint. Silence is the shield. Stacking skills is the weapon. Sharpening discipline is the edge. You never negotiate for legacy. Your phone, still on safety. Your desires, your business, not for public auction. You've outgrown the urge to comment on your own progress. Understand, men who've been through hell don't build resumes, they build reputations. In Dallas or Detroit, Queens or a strip mall in Tempe, it's all the same code. Your name is currency, and you don't spend it small anymore. This is where most fail. They show up needing to be seen. They accidentally leave stories open, hoping word gets back. They sacrifice dignity on the altar of old love, fumble in the footlights trying to prove they're fine. But you? No. You embody leverage. That's the unspoken law. Money, habits, boundaries, and presence are your negotiation, never your words. You buried the habit that cost you her respect, neediness. You starved it, locked the cage, and walked away. Now you show up to every room, especially those booby-trapped with history, without any debts to collect or points to score. And look, when her eyes wander, looking for the aftershocks of your pain, they'll find nothing but peace. When your mutuals look for gossip, they'll run dry. When the old life tries to bait you back, your silence says more than any speech ever could. This is the flex that doesn't flex. So, let's recap your new rules. Burn them in. A man never performs sorrow or success for an audience that can't change his bank balance. Work is your therapy. Discipline is your fuel. Silence over spectacle, every damn time. You do not beg, ever. You do not orbit, ever. You do not accept leftover energy or friend coupons. When love leaves, your presence leaves with respect. Your legacy is built in the dark, revealed in the light, but never for show. Composure is your only currency at reunions, tables, or holiday rooms. Now look in the mirror. Are you ready to shut up the world the American way? Are you stacking paper, stacking skill, stacking spine, or just stacking tabs revisiting her life? Are you building a reputation or performing for the same old crowd? Is your silence a vacuum, or is it the crucible where your next self is forged? You want respect. Start by starving every scrap of neediness. Make your movement your proof, not your mouth. Only then will the word composure echo, loud enough to shut up every doubter, every echo from your past, every ghost that tries to text you at 2 a.m. Hungry? Build. Quiet? Build. Overlooked? Build. It all pays the same. Peace. Here's what you do now. If you found value, if you're ready to wear this armor, subscribe. Hit the like to show respect for discipline. Yours, Marcus's, every man quietly leveling up. And drop a comment. What's the one code you're enforcing for yourself this season? This is your digital blood oath. Put it in writing. No noise, no flex, just brutal honesty, the only currency that spends in this brotherhood. Final word, from one man to another, from the desk of the Don. When you move in silence and stack in darkness, the daylight is yours. Don't chase her memory, bury it with your actions. Let success make the speech you never needed to give. This is your decree. Compose yourself or be composed by others. That's the law, and in my house it stands.